Hey, how are you? Today, we are making that video that I didn't want to make, but I figure I have to make. You would think that I had everything that I needed. Content creators would say also, you don't need more than one camera to be efficient. We all know the Sony A1 Mark II is that camera for me personally. I like it. I love it. Everything that I've gotten out of this camera so far, as far as quality goes, if I show y'all these pictures, it's just ridiculous. Non-edited, just regular raw photos. It is amazing. I just want to say that first and foremost. Secondly, what I would like to say is that this is a 28-70 f2 GM Sony. It, man, blew me away. Amazing. I'm here to announce why I got another camera. Content creators don't really say how to become content creators, and filmmakers, vice versa, also don't say what they need. If you're first starting out, if you're like me, you're first starting out, first thing you're going to want to get, the first thing you want to get is your main camera, the main shebang, the main, hi, how are you, this type of camera. The second thing you're going to want to get is your backup camera. Hold on. Although I've been using the DJI Osmo Pocket, this camera has done some justice for me, but it has its quirks, right? It has its limits. Even though the quality is superb, you cannot get what you're going to get from an interchangeable lens, full frame lens. Wayne, you need another camera. And I was doing research, and mind you, before I bought my A1 Mark II, I've always done research. I've always done research on cameras when I got the A9, and the reason why, you guys know why I got the A9, was because you couldn't find the A1 Mark II anywhere. If you guys want to see that video, linked up here. Basically, getting my A1 Mark II was the best thing that ever happened to me. Then I started trying to do content, and I realized I was going back to the DJI to show the A1 Mark II, or to show a lens that I just bought, to show I couldn't use the A1 Mark II and sport it on that camera. You know what I mean? I wanted to sport it on the camera. ZV-E1. Yes. The ZV-E1. We don't really need to show off the ZV-E1, right? There's so many reviews on the ZV-E1. So let's start with this unboxing. I'm gonna move the little doggy out of the way. I love him. He's a dog that I've always wanted but never had because I'm allergic to dogs. So unboxing of the ZV-E1. Behind us getting it, we're going to talk a little bit about it. So I did some research on the Sony FX3. One upgrade for this camera for 4K 120p with a slight crop, kind of like the FX3. Then I also saw that it has the same sensor as the FX3. It also has pretty much a newer AI chip, not like the FX3, more like the Sony A1 Mark II. It does have dynamic stabilization as well, that the FX3 does not have, and that's big. It only has active stabilization for the FX3, so that's another reason why I didn't want to go the FX3 route. This is very light, and I'm very happy about the size so far, and I can tell that it's not going to give me any problems. I did hear a lot about the overheating, and we're not excited about that whatsoever. However, I think if you're recording for hours upon hours, then you will have that issue. And if anybody has a ZV-E1, let me know in the comment section below. How do you manage your overheating problems? This is a nice little wind chime thing that you put on top of, goes right on top of the shoe adapter. That's pretty cool. All right, we're gonna keep that out and probably utilize it because I hear that the microphone is really good, from my understanding. All right, we have our battery. So that's 4 batteries that I have now. Our Sony Z battery. Instruction manual, stuff that we're not gonna really utilize because we know how to use the camera. But keep those things if you are new to the camera scene, like I was, and try to make sure that you read every bit of instruction. So here we have it. Boom. Damn. This thing's light, man. This thing is beautiful. I love how light it is. The door does open like this. Not the switchy, flippy ordeal that I'm used to. This is gonna be something that is gonna be a real good run and gun. I can mount this on my car and I can do some things with it, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun to utilize it. And I'm gonna try to make the best videos with this possible. We do have the battery entrance in the bottom, as every other camera does. I do like this little slit that it has here that you can utilize for like streaming if you want to put a dummy battery here. The A1 Mark II does not have that. So when it comes to recording my daughters, I'm probably gonna mount it on my mountable rig I have ready for it. And I bought a whole rig setup. If you guys did see that video, it was a short that I bought and I built out the A1 Mark II. But now I'm thinking like, do I really need it anymore in the A1 Mark II? No, I think I'm gonna utilize it for this instead because of this slit here. This one little thing can change or make or break it, where I can keep it open and put the dummy battery in. So the dummy battery, the door is still closed and you can have the dummy battery inside and you can utilize this better. So Sony ZV-E1, the cheaper version of the FX3. To me, the better version. I want you guys to know the way we're going with this channel as far as these cameras go, these new cameras that I just got. I am planning on pushing the content towards vehicles, towards reviews, towards, which I'm already doing reviews, I guess in a sense, towards what I've learned in the camera industry. And one thing I've learned, if you are trying to make this a thing for yourself, you have to invest in 2 cameras, bar none. Whether it be, if you can make an Osmo Pocket work and utilize that, do it. But if you can somehow grab yourself one of these, do it. Because you can go the APS-C route. You can do that, cheap out, and you know, try to get the APS-C route. But I think that you'll regret it long term, especially with lenses that you are interested in and you enjoy to try to use, you know what I mean? You want to utilize. And, you know, like the Sony E mount is so perfect for this that you don't have to have like a L mount or adapters or anything like that. So everything does fit. So I could put an APS-C lens on here. However, the numbers don't match up, right? When you see a 10mm lens, it won't really be a 10mm lens. It will be like a 16mm lens or something like that. So the times crop factor does factor into the APS-C lenses alongside with the camera. So if you do get a camera that's an APS-C camera, you have to watch out on the lens that you put into it, because you can use a regular Sony full frame lens. But why get that with the APS-C? You know, you're kind of like doing yourself the harm of not having what you can push out available to you. So with this Sony ZV-E1, being that it's a full frame, I'm already in the full frame category, so I'm gonna stick with it. And that's why I bought this instead of the Sony FX3, which it is also full frame, but it does not have the features that this has as far as usability. And that's one thing I'll say, coming into this industry, not knowing how to use a camera, not knowing these newer tech cameras make it so much easier for you, that investing in this, investing in a Sony A1 Mark II, investing in a A9 Mark III, A7R5, any of the newer cameras previous to the old system of like the Sony FX3, FX30, all those systems, you're gonna get a better bang for your buck and a better time using it. You're gonna have a better time using it. It's gonna be more easy for the newbies like me, you know what I mean? Menu system is very simple to use. It's not hard at all. Once you learn it, you learn it. It's like never going back. I'm not taking pictures with this. You know, maybe I'll take a thumbnail here or there, but not really a picture-esque type of camera. But I can't wait to really put this to the test. I'm gonna do some low light challenges between the A1 Mark II and the ZV-E1, right? Is this a better camera for low light? Is this potential, right? Car mounting systems, like I wanna show you guys the size of this camera. This feels like an APS-C camera. It's so small. I'm literally, you know, it's so small in comparison to the A1. It's just not big at all. And I couldn't do this with the A1. I couldn't just hold it like this with 1-2 fingers, you know, just boom. It's crazy. It's crazy how small this is. It's just like like a phone almost. You know, my wife's phone. This just feels like my wife's phone. It's ridiculous. But again, utilizing this is going to be beautiful, especially with the 16mm lens that I'm getting for this. I'm still thinking about getting that 10mm lens. You guys let me know if I should look into that, but I don't know. The 60mm I think should do the trick, especially with the modes and the 120 shooting and the 60 frame shooting. All that is going to be great with it, and you have clear image zoom and, you know, things that already are available for this camera. So I'm excited to try it. It does not take, one thing I do not like about it does not take CF Express A, but again, if you're just doing a couple video shoots, you're not doing anything crazy, should be fine. Yeah, you should be fine. I don't see CF Express A capabilities, so yeah, it just says SDXC, so that sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not really fighting that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate you. Remember to smash the like, hit the sub if you're new to the channel. It is Wayne Spencer. I appreciate the love. Peace.